There's been a fourth successive day of protests in Serbia. The demonstrations have been triggered by the government's response to the coronavirus outbreak, with the number of infections once again rising. This report from Sophia Tran-Thomson contains some flashing images.
For the fourth night in a row, thousands of Serbians in several cities have taken to the streets. As the Balkan nation announced 18 fatalities on Friday, its record daily death toll since mid-April, protesters ignored social distancing advice and restrictions on public gatherings to challenge the government's handling of the pandemic. The demonstrations began peacefully on Tuesday and were at first driven by frustration over measures which halted the economy, but evolved quickly into anti-government rallies and have become increasingly violent. In Belgrade, protesters hurled stones and threw firecrackers at police in front of Parliament last night. And the police, in full riot gear, responded with tear gas. Serbia has officially recorded 370 coronavirus deaths and almost 18,000 cases, and the government admits that the numbers are now rising dramatically. Critics say decisions to allow soccer matches, religious festivities and parties to resume in May and parliamentary elections in June are to blame for the new surge in infections. But the president says the opposition is looking for an excuse to cause trouble.
Those frustrated politicians that are not able to admit and to accept their own defeat, and then they want to do something in the streets, which is irresponsible. And now it becomes a new source of infection. We cannot contain it easily. Our hospitals are packed with people. Our doctors cannot easily survive that.
In Belgrade, hospitals are now at maximum capacity. So if cases continue to rise, the sick will need to be sent to other cities for care. But for these protesters, the risk of infection is outweighed by their anger. Sophia Tran-Thomson, BBC News.